I'm so excited. Just look at this. Okay, wait, before I get ahead of myself. Hello, I'm Elderkrill, and today I'm going to be reviewing a couple of add-ons that I may be mildly, definitely, absolutely freaking out over. I mean, what is this? Marketplace offers hundreds of add-ons, and while the limits are options list, there's only one thing I'm currently interested in: making my Hobbit dreams come true. I want feasts, banquets, books, Battlestar Galactica. I want scrolls, maps, pots, antiques. I want it all. The first add-on is called Furniture. I know, hard to remember, by XP Games. It offers a variety of hundreds of items. The book comes with a description of all the items: bench, sink, lamp, pillow, carpet, towels, broom, stairs, fence, books, leaves, pots, plushies. I'm going to start with wardrobes. I think it's not only a great looking item, but it's functional too, having the same storage as your inventory, and the way it closes brings it to life. I love all the variations from birch to warp wood. And the backs even have cool detailing. Cool detailing. They have cool detailing. Now I'll place down the beds. Wow, I feel like I'm in a mattress store. What's amazing is the detailing on the bed frames too. I probably should have gotten rid of this outline selection, so I'm sorry if it's distracting. Here we can see the footboards of the beds. And the detailing of the headboard. I mean, some of these patterns are just so cool. Crimson is giving vampire, and warped feels like Davy Jones's ship. And here we can see all of them laid out beautifully. Then additionally there is a pet bed, but it only comes in oak. However, the mattresses come in other colors. This pack has bookshelves now in every wood color, not just oak. The storage options don't end. So this is a cabinet, then a counter, and a bedside table. I like how all the doors and drawers open too. What's strange is that acacia seems to be combined with copper, so it all looks like furnaces, but this could be cool for building a furnace room. Okay, wow, these are massive tables. They're 3x3 blocks wide, and what's great is they're also a block high, which means you can put them in the ground and use it for flooring. And you can see how amazing that would look because of all the detailed carvings. I really want to use that warped wood for a ship. Okay, so here are the medium-sized tables. They are 2x2 blocks. And then the little side tables. And these small tables I think could function as benches. Now we have actual benches, and what I like about these is how solid they look. It's not a diss on any other add-on packs, but a lot of them are either too low or skinny in my opinion. And I don't know why, but these made me chuckle. They look like little dollhouse chairs. They have a rocking feature though, when you get up from sitting on them. I'll show that when I finish this section of items. And then some regular chairs. I do kind of wish both of these chairs were just a little wider. Bruh. There are sinks. I don't think these fill with water, but it would be so cool if they could. Or imagine clicking it twice, causing soapy bubbles to appear, and then a third time dishes float up. We have a vast array of items already, and here is the rocking chair doing its thing. It even creaks. There are steps, and yes, you can climb them. I'm gonna go a bit faster because there's just so much to go through. So I wanted to see how pictures would interact with these window frames, but they just sit over top. And that's what it would look like with a trapdoor behind it. Then there's supports that could also work as shelves. And even little hanging signs. Oh my goodness, I just figured this out. You can change the symbols, and it has symbols. I kind of wish the carving was a bit darker so you could see the carvings better, and I really like this different style of fence posts and gates. The only downside is that you can jump over these unlike in vanilla, so unless there's a built-in feature, I imagine mobs can get over it. Okay, I'm gonna place down an egg to tempt the zombie, and yeah. So it definitely won't protect against mobs, which honestly is a downside if you want to use the fence functionally, but the gate does open. Then we get door frames. This is for a single wide door, and we also get frames for double wide doors. I like this idea of thin beams that you can build out however you want. And we can see how it has these little pieces that stick out when it touches another item or block, and I'm not sure why there's a small gap. Instead of mimicking what vanilla wall pieces do, like we can see here. Now we're on to floating lamps that turn on. And the same for standing lamps. I even like how the light sort of shoots out. Okay, now we've got new variations of planks. We've got plain ones, 2 types of chiseled, vertical, herringbone, and tiled. And they have them for all but bamboo. And now this beautiful array of colors for sofas and armchairs. This pack comes with great roof pieces starting with brick, copper, hay, then stone. And interestingly enough, you can flip the roof and make angular pieces. Now I think this is really cool. Angled glass. This would be perfect for a greenhouse, and seems to have a copper, black, and white trim. We can play around with it and see how the pieces fit together. One negative for me though, it's nothing major, is that some of the edges disappear when you turn, but you can also flip these glass pieces upside down. They also come with full-size glass block. Wow, I can't say that. Full-size glass blocks. Next, we have 6 types of large planters, from brick to clay to wood and then stone. I want to see if I can plant, yes, large flowers, because you can't put a sunflower in a pot in vanilla, so this is cool. Except it won't take normal size flowers. But I want to try others, so yeah, okay. It turns out the tall flowers sort of go into small bushes. If they fix the pixels a bit more, this would actually be pretty cool because it looks fuller. Alright, so onto the carpet. I like the tone and pattern of this first muted green one, and would love more variation in this style so I can make a proper patterned rug, so I don't have to use a bunch of buttons like this. The cool thing about these carpet tiles with fringe is that if you place them so there's a 1 block gap, you can put regular wool carpet pieces in the space and you get an interesting pattern. Although I guess you could do this with any block if you dig it out, but it would make the dip deeper in the rug. The weird thing is, I wanted to see if you could hang them on the walls like a tapestry, but they just stick out. We have banners! I love the colors! They are technically 2 blocks long, but you can layer them like the bottom row. If we look on the side though, I find that they're too far from the wall, whereas the vanilla banners are flush with the wall. So it would be nice if in any future updates they fix this. I made a wall of wallpaper. These are wallpapers. What I like is that there's a textured pattern to the plain ones, so it's not flat, and some of the patterns I've used already in a future video to act as a hanging fabric. Then we have these beautiful mixed tiles of copper, brick, stone, and more, curtains for large and small windows that open and close. There's even shutters that open and close, and wall vines, which I love how fluffy they look. Moving on to the plant section of the furniture pack, we have 4 types of lily pads. Then there are clovers, ground coverings and leaves, cacti, a flower fern bush, a sort of tree stump, weeds, monstera plants, a new variety of flowers, and even little white mushrooms. Then we have muck blocks, a dirt block, overgrown grass block, and new leaves, including a wisteria plant that allows you to make long, beautiful, flowery branches. We have a barn door, but it doesn't open and sits in the middle of a block, like that. Then 2 types of carts, and this one holds blocks. And look at this, a giant windmill and a water wheel. We also get new calcite, diorite, andesite, and granite bricks, including pillars. And I love the calcite blocks, so this is perfect. There's a good selection of pots and hanging pots, vases, and urns. And behind these, you can see 2 styles of screens you can build up. There are hammocks you can lay in, a telescope, an old-timey camera, and candelabras. The candle holders come in iron and gold, and I love the way they light up, though I have no idea why this one is silver. We have bongos, a guitar, and a harp. Globes that spin. There are also books you can stack in 2 ways, but I wish they'd make it 1 block high so you could stack them instead of these gaps in between. And I would love a massive 2-block old leather book, and it would be cool if they added scrolls, some on their sides, some half rolled out and torn, and old maps. There's 2 types of fountains that can fill up or keep turned off, 3 types of bubbling cauldrons. It would be cool if you could long hold them to change colors. I'd also love a bubbling cauldron of stew. Potatoes, a giant barrel, copper and iron pipes, which if you break make these little squares, little picture frames, a gnome, a glass jar. We even get placeable weapons, including a fishing rod, placeable clock and compass, totem of undying, rope you can build up, a pinwheel, a tool rack that can hold items. There's a water pump that can drip water if you click it, 4 types of furnaces, a sprinkler, and a pot with a lid. We have seat cushions, a placeable emerald, and eyes of ender. We have placeable food, a salmon, pufferfish, soup and stew, a cookie, pie, raw and cooked chicken, rabbit, and steak. An adorable, cornfield boy, what do you call them? Scarecrow. But look what happens when you hit him. What a cute little shake. We've got 3 types of umbrellas, then more placeable food like a baked potato, golden and red apple, carrot bunch, and 3 baskets filled with each of these vegetables, and 1 empty basket. We have bamboo, copper, and iron wind chimes, and each makes their own sound. Then we have stacked logs. It's the little things really, like brick, wood, and stone tiles, pebbles, and then this broom. It's so cute! We have a new hay bale with a pitchfork. Then there are fish tanks, and you can even put a salmon in there, but it feels kinda cruel. A quaint little watering can. Look at these wee little ale mugs. A chicken nest, it's so small. A textured hay bale. Then we have more storage with these cool chests. And once again, it would be cool if somehow they can make a stackable chest too. We also have these display cases that I'm still trying to figure out honestly, like I put a Polaroid in it and what is this doing? And the fish tank just poking a little through. I guess you could place a block like this. Okay, but plushies! An Enderman, creeper, zombie, sheep, cow, and piggy. And listen close. Well, I may have missed 1 or 2 things, but as you can see, there are so many items. I was honestly flabbergasted when I downloaded this pack. They also include a wandering traveler, and just look at his animations. And a few extra crops. Tomatoes, eggplants, corn, bell peppers, and cabbages. My cabbages! I don't want to miss out anything, but I think at this point it's safe to say that if any of this interests you, download it for yourself and explore all the items. Now this does come at a higher price point of $7.99 USD, knowing that the Pocketbook game itself costs about $8.99 to buy, but I think it's completely worth getting, not just because of the amount of items, but all of the detail and thought that was put into this pack. But then you see, I noticed a farming pack by Podcrash which offers a variety of crops and animals. All these items of food. We get seeds, fruits and veggies, fruit saplings, and some other goods. And even animals. Deer, yak, duck, turkey, quail, crow, goose, bison, and peacock. There's also a juicer where you can make fruit juice. I'm making a lemonade by tapping on the juicer with a lemon, and to get the drink, you need to tap on it again with a glass bottle. Unfortunately, to see this cup, you'll need a plate, but it would be so cool if the drinks were placeable. There are even comparable items to the furniture pack, so starting with crops, we can see the difference in tomatoes. I love that this farming pack has colors change as the crops mature. The peppers are all green, so they blend in, but I love seeing the flowers in height, and then corn, I also love the height here. This pack includes a great selection of fruits and veggies. We have grapevines, tomatoes, corn, vanilla, beans, bell peppers, chili peppers, cucumbers, peanuts, oats, tea, sweet potatoes, pineapples, rice, kalari, peas, rhubarb, onions, ginger, spinach, cauliflower, broccoli, lettuce, cotton, strawberries, blackberries, I forgot raspberries, blueberries, and coffee. Moving on to the fruit saplings, they naturally spawn very small but will grow into the height you see here. We can see the fruit develop on the trees and all the stages they go through. Now there have been complaints I agree with about the trees not fitting into Minecraft's look, and suggestions about making them 3D. The trees feel small and look like paper crafts, so it feels a little off. However, I did see comments from the creators saying they would go over suggestions and be implementing changes, so this will be a great update. It seems they're really taking on board suggestions, and the fact they're listening to players' experiences is encouraging to see. When they're really ripe, the trees almost look rotten. I don't know if it's purposeful, but it's a little funny to see. Opening the book, it gives a description for everything included, and as you can see, there is a lot of food. Things like jams on toast, burgers, pies, and canned food. The thing that really disappointed me about this pack is the lack of placeable items. The most recent update added a plate, but as you can see, most items just lay flat. And sure, it's way more than we would ever get in vanilla, but I would like it if they would have made these changes. Because now, with cheeseburgers, look how much better this looks. If I want to place tin cans, I can't. Like the flat cookies are whatever, it's still cute, but the toast looks like a piece of paper. Pizza looks more 3D, and it's even worse with a sandwich. Here I'm placing down different food items, so that we can see which ones lay flat and which are 3D. This is where I feel, from a design aspect, that we miss out on so many wonderful pieces. The ice cream cones, for example, could be placeable without plates. One could be on its side, like it's melting, and the rest could be in cone holders. Another couple of plate designs could break up the stark white, and it would be great to make some display plates too. Same for the jam jars. I would really love to display these and even have some non-functioning designs for decorating only, like a bundle of 3 jars to fit on a block. The cooked meats could have some greens on the side, and they could stand out a bit more. And sushi, I mean, this just looks steamrolled. And look at that, Hawaiian pizza. So now we can begin to see the 3D items with cheeseburgers. Then we have pies, and for some reason one of them lies flat, but I love this variety. This is what I'm talking about with more placeable items. Then we have sandwiches, but I start to feel a bit disappointed again because honestly, they all look the same. You can barely tell they have different fillings. It would be great to make some look toasted, maybe a croissant sandwich or sandwich, maybe a baguette sandwich. A baguette. Now this I love. Look at all these fantastic versions of like soups and porridge and salads and stews, and I just think this one is brilliant design. Then for some reason you can't put cans on a plate. There also seems to be a plate bug where multiple plates can stack in one spot. Because Minecraft isn't just about practicality and gameplay, it's heavily built on, well, building and design, so I would like to see more of these decorating items. We do get a watering can feature, which is kind of neat. Because this farm pack has animals, I want to place a crow to see how it interacts with the crops. It instantly breaks, so I'm going to build a scarecrow. Oh, cute! Here we can see the farm pack scarecrow on the left and the furniture pack scarecrow on the right. And that's what happens when you hit them. So this is meant to scare away crows, but I'm not sure how many you would have to place to cover all the crops you plant. Eventually, the crows do seem to fly far above, as we can see here. But let's see all the animals. I think this is a yak, a deer, a duck, a turkey, quail, a goose, but it could also act as a swan, a bison, and a peacock with a very loud call. There are cool gaming features like power-ups when you eat certain food. The price of this pack is $7.99 USD as well. I like the placeable items like cheeseburgers and pizzas, but tin cans and toast look like pictures on a plate. If they make most of the food items placeable, this would definitely be worth the price point to me. Especially because in the next pack I review, it's a few dollars cheaper and all the food is placeable and animated. I'd love placeable cans, maybe a stack of 3 so you could build up a pantry. Heck, why not make a bunch of placeables for a pantry? Old-fashioned jars of flour and rice and grain, large sacks of seeds, and I think they should add some style of plow. They could even add an oxen you could attach the plow to. Then it would feel like you're getting more out of it. Another suggestion I have would be adding some more fluffy plant styles. I guess it depends on the experience you're looking for, because the pack is quite interactive when eating and scavenging food and engaging with animals, but if you're looking to build and create, I feel the farming pack is lacking in this way. But I do love the amount of crops you get and the variation of height. I feel this would be great for filling out gardens. I was done with filming this review when a food add-on was released. This one looked perfect for a build I'm working on, and I have to say, it is! It only comes in at $4.99 and you get all placeable food, some furniture pieces, and party supplies. We get a cooking table and then large platters of food which you can eat from. Then we have plates for individual use with each food item. And coasters with drinks. I love that the carbonation in some of them look like they could be potions, and the hot drinks even have steam. You can see what it's like when you eat off the platters. I'm just doing enough so we get the idea. Certain foods in this pack will also give you power-ups. I love how some of these sweets look like an enderman, creepers, and cats. When you break the cups, they make a light chime sound. We get balloons, and 4 different bundle sizes along with different colors that you can make by dyeing them. You can cut the string and they'll float away before disappearing. Or you can pop them. The book goes into more party planning where we get a confetti cannon. We can change the colors here too with a remote. And now the disco ball, or cube. I actually really love this. And this is what it looks like turned off. The night view is just beautiful. And there are different glow sticks, but my favorite is the rainbow one because you can see all the pretty colors at once. And sparklers! You can even build up the sparkle, so I think that makes them extra cool. We have poppers. And there are different party hats for our characters to enjoy. I didn't review all of the furniture in this pack, but I placed a few seating pieces down. I like the seating logs. Wow, what a party pack! It's exceptional. I hope they even expand food varieties in the future. I would love different varieties of steaming breads and slices of bread with butter on a plate. I really just want these packs to make all my Hobbit dreams come true. Like a large block of cheese, or a platter of cheeses, and more sparkling drinks that look like potions. Maybe they can make fun potion props. And for the dancing, it would be cool to make a tiled flooring that changes color with the remote too. As it stands though, it's an amazing pack for an affordable price, and I think it justifies every penny. I'm so pleased with the props and all the variations it comes with. Well, that was a lot to go through. I'm not sure if they're available for all Bedrock editions because I'm using Pocketbook, which is the mobile game, but I can tell the creators have put so much attention to detail in what they've made. If there's anything you particularly liked, I'd love to know, but for now, these are my top 3 mod packs. See you soon!